Hey, Happy New Year. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajama Grandma. Today is day 703 of What You Up To Now. Documenting the journey from the offline brick and mortar world of corporate and business ownership, 27 different industries and businesses I've been in. Very successfully offline, and I transitioned online a couple of years ago. It's day 704, so it's been at least a couple of years because there were months before I started doing any video journaling or keeping track of what I was doing and sharing what I'm doing. And that's just what I do here. I share what's working, what's not, what I'm doing, what projects I'm working on, how they go. Sometimes they totally flop. I've had a lot more flopping projects online than I have successful projects. Kind of hard to admit, but it's true. New Year's Day is a great day to think about new beginnings and starting projects and doing new things. The next 365-day challenge I'm planning on doing is all about fun. I'm finishing up the Happy Everyday Challenge, 365 days of doing one thing every day that makes you happy, and I'm on day 364 today. So we'll finish that up on Monday because it goes to day 369 days in the book. So we'll go to day 369. I was going to start a new one today, being the first of the year, and I looked at the book and I changed my mind. I'm going to do one fun thing every day in 2020. 2020, what a great name. The thing about this one is this is more of an action book where there's a lot more activities in it. So I'm not struggling with, but I have, instead of starting today, I decided I'm going to take a couple of days and think about the method I'm going to use to actually share this. I'm probably not going to do it except on my Happy Everyday, my Pajama Grandma page. I'm probably going to take over after Happy Everyday, and I will do it in the Pajama Grandma page or the Pajama Grandma group, and that's the only place I'm going to put it. I'm not going to share it anywhere else. I found that doing 4 to 6 videos a day and having to then process them and share them everywhere, given what's going on with my eyesight and my vision, is getting to be a challenge. And it's also one of my personal problems and challenge areas, is that instead of being focused on one thing, one area, I am too spread out and too diverse. And one of the ways that I am too diverse is by doing the Pajama Grandma thing, doing the Supersize Your Business thing, doing the pain thing. And so instead of doing all those different things, in 2020, I'm going to get laser focused, like I should have, probably 3 years ago, and really focus in and hone in on one main thing, one main group of people that I'm working with, one main area. And that means narrowing down and letting go of or changing the way I do certain things. Now, my secret is, and I think I've shared it in here before, that I started doing the do one thing every day that scares you for 365 days plus, and then the do one thing every day that makes you happy, because it was a way to warm up my voice. It's the first video I do every morning, and it just gets me talking, because I don't know about you, but in the morning I have a gravel-gurdy voice, especially when I have influenza A and a cough, and so I need a way to actually start talking and moving, because I'm an early bird, so I'm up before anyone else in the household, and I need to talk and warm my voice up. And so doing one thing every day that makes you happy, number one, it helps me to boost and move me in the direction I want to be. It makes me feel happier and reminds me to focus on all the amazing things that are going on in my life, all the happy things, all the happy moments. But sometimes we get caught up in the projects and the negativity and the things that we think aren't working, or the things that are frustrating us, or other people's drama. We get sucked into that. I'm a mom, I'm a grandma, I get sucked into other people's drama still. So it's more for me than anything else, is to warm up my voice, to keep me focused on what I want, which is to be happy. But it isn't something that I need to share across the board like I have been doing. I did that for a year because I wanted to understand the process and learn the process. I always believed that I should understand and document the process before I hand it off to someone else. So I can hand that off to someone else, but I still don't believe that or think that the format of this particular volume of the book, and it's the reason I didn't do one thing every day that's creative or something. And I've got that book, I don't know where it is. It's in a box somewhere because I'm still in the transition phase of moving. But it's an orange book, same authors as the other ones that I've been doing, because I like these books. I love journal type books, and activity type books that cause me to do one little thing every day. The power of doing one small thing every day to move you toward what you want is absolutely mind-bogglingly incredible. And it's an easy secret that almost no one follows. Almost nobody will commit to do one thing every day, one little thing. It doesn't have to be a giant thing. Some days it can be a big thing. Some days it can be a little thing. Some days it can just be a research thing. Whatever is moving you toward what you want. I'm going to do a series of videos on a couple of interesting topics that I thought of this morning, that when you boil things down and simplify them and get them down to their most base level, life is really a lot more simple than we human beings make it. We make everything so freaking dramatic and complicated and hard on ourselves, and we absolutely positively, we don't have to. We just don't have to. I don't know why we think we have to, but we seem to think we have to, or we're not working hard enough or hustling. There was a whole discussion yesterday on Facebook about hustle, and I disagreed with the guy's meme. He said, hustle is the only pillar of success that you can control. And I'm like, nonsense. And then that started a whole little fight about how come I said that was nonsense. And I'm like, well, number one, it's not the only pillar. Number two, everybody defines things differently. I don't believe that hustle or sacrifice are required. I believe that they're optional. If I'm making a choice to do something, I'm making a choice. I'm not sacrificing the missed opportunity or the opportunity I didn't take. I am making a choice. And when I'm making a choice, I am not sacrificing. Sacrificing means you don't have a choice and you have to do something and give something up that you don't want to give up because you don't have any other choice. If I have a choice and I've made a choice to not go out on Friday night because I'm going to work on my business, that is not a sacrifice, people. And so quit convincing people that that's a sacrifice, that they have to hustle and work their brains out to be successful. What they really need to do is just commit. They need to commit to themselves that no matter what, they're going to figure it out and they're going to be successful. So if there was one pillar of success, I would argue that it's commitment, not hustle. Anyway, so that was the whole discussion around that. Excuse me, a few more days of this nonsense and then I should be good as new again. So, Supersize Your Business, I just shared 20 idioms for new beginnings today, which was, I thought, kind of fun. Something different. I've been talking about idioms for over 300 days now with my Supersize Your Business group. And I'm sure some people still don't get it. They don't understand why. But then I actually Googled and looked up on a site today. And there's a woman that teaches English that has 2.6 million subscribers, not just followers, subscribers on YouTube that talks about idioms. To me, that means that there's power in idioms, whether you believe it or I believe it or not. There's power in understanding and helping people to better understand words, vocabulary, communication, one another, right? Because what something means to you might be totally different than what it means to me. If I say something is rainbow, this is a rainbow colored book, you might argue, you might say, no, that isn't rainbow. Rainbow is Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. And that is not red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. That is other colors. That is not rainbow. We could have a whole argument about one word, rainbow. So think, when we combine words together in a phrase that usually means something different than the words actually mean, how confusing that can be. It's no wonder I had some of the idiom meanings wrong. I mean, it's really been an interesting project because as I've studied the different idioms and looked into them and found the meanings and shared those, I've learned that some of the things I thought idioms meant, a couple of them, was totally different than what they actually meant. And that in and of itself causes confusion. What does a confused mind say? No, stop. I'm not going to get involved in this. I'm not even going to look at it anymore. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to stop listening to you because I'm confused. And we don't like to be confused. So that was kind of fun. I have to admit, I've used at least half of these idioms. I definitely used and heard almost all of them. I'm trying to think if there's any I haven't really heard before. Maybe a change is as good as a rest would be the closest one to one that I haven't heard before. But otherwise, I thought it was really interesting. So, next year, Supersize Your Business. I gotta admit, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. Totally not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I know that I have built way too much content in it, it's absolute positive information overload, and it overwhelms people, which is kind of why I started to do the idioms, to pull back and make things a lot simpler and more introductory to the whole, grow and supersize your business thing. So I will be doing a lot of contemplating and thinking today about what direction am I going to go with that. Pajama Grandma will take over, do one fun thing every day. And again, I'm not sure how I will present the project ones. Maybe I will actually, I don't know. I haven't decided. Maybe I'll take a picture of the graphic and actually upload that and just do I want to do a video though, because that's how I warm up my voice. So maybe I'll do a video and a post with the graphic in the comments so that people can actually use it. They can print it out and they can do the work with themselves. Or, yes, I could recommend the book to everybody. I think it's available on Amazon. I always get it up at the Christmas store in Baxter, Minnesota. But I actually saw the one we're doing right now, Do One Thing Every Day That Makes You Happy, at Barnes & Noble over the holidays. I saw it on their front end cap when I was checking out at Christmas time, so before I got the flu. So I know it's available. So if you want to get a copy of the book, you got a few days. It's Do One Fun Thing Every Day, and let me see who it's by. Oh, it's for ages 6 to 9. How does that make you feel? I gotta look at these others now. That's kind of embarrassing. Oh, the others don't have ages on them, probably because I didn't get them. Yeah, I did get them all at the same store. That's interesting. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think this is for ages 6 to 9. Funny that they think it is. I guess it talks about school and homework a little bit. I didn't read it. I just grabbed it because I thought it was colorful and pretty. It would be a fun. Who doesn't want to have more fun? I needed to stretch my comfort zone. That's why I did the first year, and I bought that even before I went online. I bought that when I joined a network marketing company with a friend of mine, and we were both scared to do it. Then One Thing a Day That Makes You Happy, because I enjoyed doing one thing a day that stretched my comfort zone, and so now I want more fun in my life, and I hope you do too. So we'll do this on Pajama Grandma, and that's probably the only place it'll be. I'll do it on Pajama Grandma. First couple days that I do it, I'll put it on my main Facebook profile and probably on YouTube, but after that, I'm not going to process it unless I hire a VA to process it for me and have him or her put it on the other platforms. I probably won't go on the other platforms. And I'm working on another group and another project that I will probably roll into one of my existing groups, but I'm going to totally narrow down the group that I'm talking to and the focus with respect to that. And it might fall under Pajama Grandmas, but it might not, because it depends the direction that I choose to go with that. I'm going to be researching that group today and deciding where do I want to go with that? What do I want to do with that? And I'll probably pull in segments of what I've done with Supersize Your Business from a business aspect to help that group with financials and money and comfort and security. I'll probably pull in things from Pajama Grandma, because it will be, right now I'm looking at a group of people like me, women, probably the most neglected group and age group of women, and it is women between the ages of 55 and 64. Well, I'm smack dab in the middle of that group, right? As personally, right now I am. And so I think it's a good group for me to build upon and build around. And I know I've got a lot of the same problems and challenges and doubts, fears, and worries that they do. And so I think it's a great segment and group for me to build at this time in my life. It doesn't mean I won't continue to do things online and help people online and coach people one-on-one with different specific challenges that they have with respect to being present, going from offline to online world like Supersize Your Business does. But I want to get more focused this year and just see how focusing and moving forward in one area impacts my ability to create online what I did offline. Because that's my overall overarching goal, is to create the same level of success online that I had offline. And I haven't even come close yet. Painful confession at the end of the year, but it's true. So that is my mission this year. If I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, have an amazing New Year's Day. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow with another update, what I'm working on, probably some of the thoughts and ideas that I came up with today, because today is a great, big, huge planning day for me, especially being sick with the flu. The whole family's sick with the flu, so none of us went out last night. We watched movies and coughed at each other and blew our nose. That was about it. Anyway, if you have a cough and no other symptoms but a runny nose, go to the doctor because it could very well be influenza A. Have an amazing day. If I can help in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Bye. Happy New Year.